Hey again, guys. I had a extremely rough week, so I'm so happy to say it's time for another mailbag. Up first is this mystery one that had no description. Oh yeah, sorry, diode and diode times one. But I ordered all sorts of things that are like diodes, and there was no matching numbers to anything. So this will be a surprise to you as much as it is to me. Okay, let's take a closer look at these guys. So these actually have showed up about within a month of ordering them. I paid $2.47 Canadian, and they are 100 5mm blue diffused LEDs. Now I like the diffused because it's not so directional. You see the LED more so than than just the beam of light that's just way too harsh. I have my power supply here set to 20 milliamps. Let's see what they look like. Oh yeah, they're quite bright. But as you can see, even on the side, you can see quite a bit of light. And I think the goal of ordering these is because I have diffused red and diffused green, but I did not have diffused blue for these things here. So now I've got them, I can reconfigure my resistor values and build another kit and see what it looks like. So that's pretty awesome. I think everyone should have a good mix of LEDs of all sorts of colors. Didn't have diffused blue, now I do. Next one up we have this one, which is diodes times one. So hopefully not blue LEDs. Well, they're LEDs. Did I order white LEDs? See, this is another one that I actually don't know what's going on. Alright, well, let's take a closer look. So these guys just look like clear diodes, as if they're maybe white LEDs? I don't know. There's a good way to tell, though. Oh, that's not a white LED at all. Let me show you. So if this was a white LED, and sorry if I have the focus wrong, it's very hard to see in the tiny little screen on my camera, but it looks like there's circuitry in there. And one of the things I did order are flickery candle LEDs. I think these might be them. But yeah, if these were a white LED, they'd have a yellow phosphor in there. And these do not. So let's see if they are flickering. So power supply is set to a 20 milliamp limit. I went to go check the price of those flickering candle LEDs just in case that's what these are. Now notice I also bought some color changing LEDs, so it could be that too. Yeah, I think that's what they are. Yeah, there we go. So these are RGB color changing, kind of like the disco lights. Yeah, these things are great for just ambiance and stuff that's sort of static displays of stuff where you want a little bit of life coming through them. And this is set to 20 milliamp limit, and we have about 3 volts. It goes down as low as 3 volts and up, I think, as high as 4 volts. It's on 5 volt limit right now. Yeah, it's up at 4 now. So it depends which colors are on to get that look. So that's pretty cool. I think my idea was to order them early so I can make kind of Christmas ornaments next year. And so that might be that. But I think, you know what, this might actually be cool to pop into this guy as well. So kind of the sky is the limit with these things, but I think that's pretty cool. Let's go on to the next one. Oh wait, actually, so they came in, they're from March, and they came in last week or 2 weeks ago. So March to June. So that was a long wait for these guys, and I paid $5.03 for 100 of them. They're a bit more expensive than regular LEDs because they have circuitry on them, but they're pretty neat. So if you don't have some, get some. Next one up is this guy here. This one didn't have any information on the sticker here, but I think I deduced that it is $10.35, May 8 to June 16. I don't know. We'll see. I wasn't sure on this one because I think it was something like the timeline or the price or something matched up with something. Okay. What is this? Yeah, I think that's okay to show. So these are USB Nanos, mini USB Nanos. So it should be Arduino Nanos. Let's see. I guess it'll be a little bit too small to show you, so let me zoom in. So let's open one of these up. I don't store them in anti-static bags. I think that's a little intense for me. But yeah, that's it. Arduino Nano, and I'm actually surprised on how small they are. I kind of thought they would be a bit bigger, because the Pro Minis, Pro Micro, I don't remember, the little ones. They're pretty small, but these guys have the full USB on them, so these are highly recommended for beginners because they have your USB built in, although it's micro and not it's mini and not micro USB. And they have kind of all the pins. They're basically an Uno as far as I know. They function very similarly to an Uno. And I got these and an item from the 2 mailbags ago at the same time, but these came in much later, and it's this guy here. So it gives you a breakout for your Arduino Nano, just like that. So you can actually use the pins without soldering. Just no breadboard, nothing. You can just literally just put wires right into it, and there you go. So these will be awesome for prototyping. And you know what? They're small enough that they might fit on some sort of PCB project in the future. So yeah, I think I like that. I like this form factor. I wish they were a bit cheaper. As you saw, I paid $10 for almost $11 for 2 of them. So they're not as cheap as DigiSpark, but they're way more pins on them. I think the Uno is roughly the same price, so if you don't need anything compact, maybe go with the Uno, but these guys look pretty cool. So let's see if I can get them started, and I don't know if they come with the Blink program pre-installed. I hope so. Sorry for the awkward cut, but I cleaned up my workshop recently, which means that nothing is at hand anymore. Everything is put away. So here's the USB cable. Oh, that's a rapid blink. This is not the regular blink sketch. Okay. And this guy here. Same thing. See, it's got a rapid blink. It's supposed to be 1 second on, 1 second off, but that's maybe 1 second delay and then, I don't know, half a second, quarter second of flash. Alright, well, it does work though, so that's good. Guess we can move on to the next one. I think this last one would be better off in a tool haul video, but it doesn't matter. You guys seem to like the random tools here and there. So this has Asian writing M4 on it. I bought it March 4th, arrived June 12th. So yeah, quite a while on that one. And these things are interesting, actually. Oh look, there's 2 bags in here. 1 and 2. I think the description wasn't all that great, but and the numbers didn't match, but I think I was able to tell just by shaking it around. So this one says M3, and this one says M4. Now some of you already know what this is, but some of you don't. I think most of you don't. There we go. So there's the M4, and here's the M3. Do you know what it is yet? So if you give up, this here is a Rivet nut tool. So it's a tool that installs basically, like, these are little sleeves with threads in them, and what it does is it rivets, like it squishes in like this into a flat piece of, I don't know, really thin wood will work, but mostly metal and plastics and stuff. So it'll rivet itself in and allow you to have threads to thread things into the hole. And I think I have bought, yeah, this goes down to, I think it goes down to M6, and this kit, oh no, M5. Yeah, these are M5, so metric 5mm. So I have the tool for M5, but I think I bought a kit. Well, I either bought a kit or wanted to buy a kit that includes riv nuts down to M3. And honestly, for electronics type stuff like enclosures and whatever, M3 is just fine. It's well enough thread to do. So I wanted an M3 and M4 riv nut heads for this tool, and I kind of gambled because I kind of looked at what these guys looked like, and it looked similar enough that I went for it. So let's see if I regret my decision or not. Also doesn't help that I don't really remember how this works. Oh yeah, I think this goes in here. Oh, not like that. You have to put this down. I think you thread this into the bottom here. I think there was a way to expose the end here. I don't remember. Oh, like this. So thread this in like that. And it doesn't bottom out. It goes most of the way, and then this collar goes on top. And then this guy here, that's the actual mandrel that the rivet nut will butt into. That threads in there. And basically you take the threaded sleeve, thread it on here, and then you clamp this like this, and it pulls the threads in, which will make this piece expand. So yeah, I'm glad it fits, and I'm really happy because I'm going to be using, oh, maybe this whole thing comes out. Maybe that's how you're supposed to do it. There we go. Yeah, like that. Then you can unthread this. There we go. So yeah, I'm glad this fits with my tool. They're not all made the same, but I figured they were similar enough because this tool was really inexpensive for what it is. Figured it'd be similar enough and hopefully it would work, and it did. So now the question is, this is my kit here. That's a little, there's a little multi-wrench for it. Do I have enough space in this kit to fit the M4 and M3 attachments? That's a good question. I suspect it's no, but I think I can find some corners here and there. You can get this kit with the full, all the way up to M3. Oh, it won't fit there. Maybe I'll just have to live in there. I may have to build another case for this thing. Does it fit up here? Nope. It's weird, they've got these holes here, part of the blow molding process, but they don't quite hold onto bits. So maybe that one works. What about, can I find one more? Not really. That one would work, but it's not tight enough. Yeah, oh well. Does that work? Nope. That fouls on the other pieces. So, yeah. Not very well thought out, but it doesn't matter. Ah, there we go. So riv nuts are my favorite way to affix objects into thin material, so like hollow tube or metals or whatever. And those things make a great addition to my overall kit. Awesome. On to the next one. And last but not least, I got a cryptic email when I mentioned I wanted a kilowatt, and they said, yeah, maybe wait on that. And that took quite a while for it to get here, but yeah, this comes from one of you guys, one of my viewers. And if you guys want to send me stuff, I love it. I think every day I get a package from China, whether I bought it or someone else. It's Christmas. It's a little bit better when someone else sends it. However, I usually feel bad because shipping to Canada is insanely expensive. So I don't know if this viewer wants to be named. So I will not name the viewer. If you want to name yourself down in the comments below, go nuts. I'm not sure what this Spartan power is, but I assume this is a kilowatt. Oh, it's the brand. Holy crap, look at that. I've never seen something so fancy. I have never heard of a Spartan power meter, but this one looks really good. So LCD with a yellow backlight, very interesting. Voltage, current, power, okay. Frequency, power factor, max current, max power. Oh, I like the max, min-max stuff. It's really nice. Clock, total operation time, total kilowatt hours, total cost. Yeah, when you put your rate in there. Greenhouse emissions. I think that will depend on where you get your power from. 2 tariffs can set nighttime tariff. Oh, okay, that's when you put your cost in, I guess, because we have a on-peak and off-peak pricing here in Canada. Overload warning, that's good, for either amps or watts. 4 currency switchable, so euros, dollars, pounds, paper money. Okay, interesting. Oh, 7 days, 7 months history. Wow, that's nice. Memory settings. 2 button cells, reset button, energy saving. Huh, it's pretty cool. Well, I guess enough messing around. Let's open this up and see what's going on. Huh, it even comes with batteries. There's a book, which I'll probably read off screen. I mean, not read, right? That's the macho thing to do, is not read instructions. Ruin the gift given to you by one of your viewers. Wow, this thing looks pretty cool. So we're gonna take that right off. So a little bit of a glary screen. That's okay. I can set up in a way that it won't be so glary. Okay. Danger of shock. Disconnect from the mains before you change the batteries. Yeah. I actually didn't. I have a timed one, like a timer-based power bar, and the battery died, but it's powering my fish tanks, so I can't really disconnect it. I could, I guess, but decided not to. And yeah, I just changed it. It was just careful. That's all. Just got to be careful. You know, have your wits about you. I've done way more dangerous things in my regular job on top of that. So I'm not too concerned. Okay, so is there a polarity indicator? No, look, you see that? One of these tabs is bent down, this one here. One of these tabs is not bent down. Very interesting. I'm guessing those are the 2 polarities. It grabs the side and the top. So I'm guessing it needs to be bent down. And give it a little... Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, whatever. I mean, if it needs to be rebent up, I can rebend it up. There we go. Now they match. So I'm guessing goes like so. And like so. Oh, it comes to life. Nice. This door back on. Alright, so what do we have? We have value, display, plus minus, set, OK, and history. Can you turn this thing off, or does it turn off by itself? Using display goes through time, total, time, cost, GHG, oh, greenhouse gas. And value goes amps, watts, max amps, max watts, hertz. Oh, power factor, because it got a little squiggly. Volts. Okay, so I need to grab my AC testing device and we should try this out. The screen is quite shiny, but hopefully you guys can see that. So it's in my AC test station here. Everything is off at the moment. I'm just going to plug in my soldering iron and turn it on. There's no power flowing yet. This thing is dead. So here we go. I'm just going to press the pedal now and it should come to life. Okay, so definitely my soldering iron is on and it's just about heating up. There we go. We got about half an amp there on the display. So if I go value, 52.8 watts, which is great. This is a 60 watt iron. So that's actually pretty damn close. Max amps 0.46. Max watts 54.07. 60 hertz is what we got here in North America. Power factor is trash. Oh, that's good now. Well, it was heating though. Yeah, look at that. It's dropping like crazy when it's heating. I guess it's a switch mode power supply. And 120 volts or so. 119 volts. Very neat. And then the time, the total kilowatt hours, the runtime, the cost. I have to set all that stuff. And the greenhouse gases. Interesting. And all this down here is for your daily stuff. That's really cool. And so the big reason I want this, actually I'm wondering, does it rotate? It does not. Okay, it'll be a little bit of a pain in the butt for what I want it to do, but that's okay. I'll figure it out. I'm probably going to put a little extension cord in between. But what I want to do with this soon, this is probably the first project with this, is to check how much power a 3D printer actually uses. And I guess by extension, how much will it cost you to make a 3D print? So this here is going to be super useful for that. But I think I'm going to put it to work for everything. So right now you're looking at the soldering iron. But it would be also nice to know the actual efficiency of this DC to DC converter that I use all the time. Because it does have to go through a power brick. It's a DC to DC converter. So you need to take into account the efficiency of the power brick. So yeah, a tool like this is indispensable for stuff like that. And if you're excited to see things like this on the channel, please make sure you're subscribed. And so these items make up today's mailbag video. I want to give a special thank you to my Patreon patrons. They're the ones who allow me to buy cool stuff like this. If you want to donate $1 to the channel, it goes a long way. Some of my Patreons, they donate a lot more than that, and it goes even further. I love you guys for it. Thank you so much. And also to the viewer who sent me this. I don't know if you want to be identified or not, but a small clue, and I do say small clue, his name can be found in the TV show King of the Hill. Think about that. Well, thank you guys again for watching, and I hope to catch you into the next one.